Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. You are tuning into the Goldylocks Productions presentation of the Spiritual Insight Show with Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Insight Show. I'm Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman, and I'm very excited to be sitting in the sacred circle, sharing the sacred space with each and every one of you this evening. Regardless if you're watching this live or you're going to watch this in the archives, please know that the energy is still very powerful and potent, and you will experience giving and receiving of beautiful energy that is going to help us in remain or stay in harmonious alignment. Let's take some deep breaths as we're entering into the sacred circle. And hello, everyone. Hello, Chris. Welcome. Welcome. Just giving everyone a few moments to get in to the circle. And let me also go ahead and right away let you know my website for those that are maybe new watching, tuning in. Welcome. And my website is whitesagewoman.com. And you can check out all of my services there on the website. And in case you're not familiar with it, just check it out. And I haven't made any major updates, recently. Well, too recent within the last couple of weeks. But check it out. All right. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Robin. Hello, Kimberly. Yes, Linnell. Yes, it's been a great day, hasn't it? It really has. And so it's just been hello, Julia. It's been a fantastic and busy whirlwind week. But it's all good. It's very good. I would like to just start off with letting everyone know that Goldylocks Productions has master classes, and many of you may be familiar with this, and many of you, maybe this is the first time you're hearing about it. In September, Goldylocks Productions, we started master classes and also a spiritual message circle. So these are the things that we had started. I'm going to put the link up here to the master classes. If you just go to the Goldylocks Productions website, really check this out because this has been overworked. This has been worked on. It has been updated. There's a lot of new changes made to it that maybe you didn't realize. So we have added master classes, like I said, so check that out. Carol Ann Carey just finished hers today. She finished up her mediumship. She had 4 classes. This is the last one. So she finished that up today. And but she'll come back with some more. And hello, Marie. She'll come back with some more classes. And we have new classes starting up next week as well. We have myself and Reverend Lee. We're going to do a 4 series, which means 4 weeks, every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Reverend Lee Chapin and myself, our master class is the New Earth Rising. New Earth Rising. So if you are interested in that, you can go to the website, the Goldylocks Productions website, and sign up for that class or all the master classes. Jeremy Ryden starts his master class next Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And his is about the beginner's guide to starting a successful spiritual business. So if you haven't checked that out, go check that out. And go check out the website, look it over, because we've added, like I said, some different things. And we also have the Spiritual Message Circle. We just had our second one last night. These are going to be on 2 Saturdays a month. Okay, and we have at least 5 show hosts. They're actually spiritual professionals that come on. And for those that sign up for it, you're brought on 15-minute time slots. You do have to pay to get your messages, but you're getting a reading, message, healing type of service with 5 of us spiritual professionals. And you're brought on. And, everyone, this is live. This is streamed live, just like this is. And it's a great experience. We had it last night. And we had one person who was signed up. He was brought on air. And then another person, Linnell, she had something going on. But the beauty is that we left a message for her anyway, because she did pay for that. And she went back and saw the replay. So she did get her message. And so this is just a fun, creative, it's like a virtual psychic fair, but even though all of the spiritual professionals, some of them don't call themselves psychic, they're very intuitive, but we have a psychotherapist. We have, a lot of talented spiritual professionals. So, and their services range. Big broad spectrum, but you see how we all come together and work together and with this person that we're reading for. So this is just something fun we're offering for twice a month. And the next one is October 10th. And we're still figuring out what spiritual professionals are going to be on there, the Goldylocks Productions, but we already have a couple signups today. So thank you so much for those who did sign up already. For the next one. So, and you can catch the last 2 spiritual message circles on the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel. All right, that's where they are. They even have their own playlist, so it's easy to find. So let me go back and catch some of these comments here. Hello, Amy. Robin, will this be like Zoom? I need to download a program on my laptop. No, not at all, Robin. It's just like right here, how you're watching. I'm not a Zoom fan. I have been live streaming and working with live streams before it was even popular, and checked out many programs. And I did check out the Big Z, and I was not impressed. And it was not set up to do what they're doing now. It was originally just supposed to be for office, just a way for businesses to have a meeting. And with everything that has happened, and just live stream in general has exploded. And so, I mean, that's great. There's different programs out there that's a lot easier, a lot more affordable for what you're getting. But the classes are just like this, but private, not streamed publicly. You get the private link to come into the studio with the teacher. And this is how we present. All right, inside the studio. Now, if the classes get too big, then we'll do a private link where you can watch. But it's, yeah. So, and then there's time for Q&A at the end, where you can put in your questions and get your answers from the instructors. So it's really fun. And everyone's enjoyed it so far. Carol Ann Carey was our trooper. She started it off and has test driven this. The first one to jump in and do some teachings, like I said, her mediumship classes. You can buy those replays. If you've missed any of the master classes, again, go to the Goldylocks Productions CT.com website, and you can scroll down where it shows upcoming classes. If you scroll down, and on the bottom of the page, you will find all the past archive classes. You can actually, for half price, you can get access to those. So once you click on that to make that purchase, and you are emailed, I'll email you the private link to that class. And you can watch that class, or you can download it. But it's once you pay for that, then you have access to that and to view and review as much as you like. Okay. Now these classes are only going to stay. These archive classes are only going to stay up for 6 months at a time. So each series is going to refresh every 6 months. So you have 6 months to think about it. 6 months to think about what classes you would like to catch live or catch in the replay. All right. So just to catch everyone up, and all the instructions, I know it's detailed, but all the instructions are on that website. So hello, Jill. Hello, Wendy. You're welcome, Robin. Yay. We can save the class we paid for. Absolutely, Robin. You can save it. You can download it onto your computer and go back and review it as many times as you want. All right. So that's the beauty of that. Yay. So, and if you are now Patreon patrons, hello, if you have joined our Patreon VIPs, all right, and it's also on, you may notice that on the masterclass page of the Goldylocks Productions website, if you see, it says, so all the masterclasses are half off what the live classes are, the recorded ones, the replays. But if you are our VIP patron on Patreon, you get even more of a discount that's exclusive only to our VIP patrons. And that information on how they can get, you know, the special deals and all of that is only available to them. They know how to access it through Patreon. So, you know, it's, hey, there you go. It's even more of an incentive. So we are just really trying to be present and help everyone. And this is a great way, you know, of just helping one another and building our online community. Because we talk about communities and how important it is for us with our communities, but even our online virtual community. Just like right here, we're sitting in circle virtually in this sacred circle, in this sacred space, and you feel how good that is. And you can have this feeling any time, each and every time, each and every day, anytime you want to access it. And it's beautiful. And we have circles and circles of overlapping sacred circles. All right, or whether it's like, oh, I got to find my soul tribe. Well, the circles and circles of these soul tribes interconnected and reacting, interacting with everyone. So our energy is very contagious. We know that. And so we have the choice of how we want to portray our energy, how we want to actually just be that conduit for energy. And well, we are pure energy, but how do we want to illuminate to the world? Do we want to do it brightly as a bright light, or do we want to just shut that light off? You really can't shut our lights off completely, because even in the darkest of the shadow parts of ourselves, that light still exists. We just aren't looking at it. But that God spark, that divine source spark is inside us all. So that's what I'm talking about, that light. You can't extinguish that. Energy can't be destroyed. All right, it's just transformed. Like an ascension, like what we're in now and what we're going through. So there's one more, just bear with me. Thank you so much. One more little plug I would like to give is for Laura Romero. Many of you know our angel lady, Laura Romero, who is with Angels and Healing Light Show on Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m. All her replays are on the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel. If you've missed any of her shows, she's actually running a special right now. And we also have a show that started just this month in September on Fridays at 12 noon. I call it Lunch with Christopher Vane, but it's live from Little Bear Sanctuary with Christopher Vane. And Christopher Vane has a sanctuary farm animal rescue in Florida. And they just rely on donations. And it's a great, great organization. And what I'm going to do is just put them up. If you haven't caught any of those shows, you can again catch those as well. But littlebearsanctuary.org, you should check that out. Every Friday releases a virtual pig that you can adopt. It's so cute. And Fridays was Pig. So Chris takes his camera out to the farm, out to the pig pen, and he was like, okay, I'm a pig, you're going to be the virtual adoption pig for the week. Now smile. And this pig smiled, and you can see his toothy little grin. And all that is in Friday's Live with Little Bear Sanctuary show. So you can check that out. It's so cute. But Pig is the virtual pet pig of the month, the adoption. You get updates on the pig, pictures, even little videos he says he'll shoot. So me saying all of this about Little Bear Sanctuary, catching everyone up here, for those who don't know. Laura Romero also is a Mary Kay woman. And she is from now until October 3rd, I do believe, until next weekend. From now to next weekend, actually she started a little earlier, but it runs to next weekend. She's donating 50% of everything that she makes to Little Bear Sanctuary. So beautiful. So holidays are coming. This is a great company, made in the USA. They do not, it's cruelty free to animals. And they have a men's line, just something for everybody. So think Christmas, maybe stocking stuffers, and know that you are helping out to Little Bear Sanctuary if you place your orders with Laura Romero. And if you do it from this show, just tell her that Tiffany sent you. As a matter of fact, I help support it too. I bought some of these lip glosses. Let me tell you, I love this lip gloss. I got a bunch of them. The one I'm wearing right now. Okay, it's called Beach something. What is it? It's Beach Bronze. Beach Bronze, but it has a little, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has a lot of, I like that glitter, bling, bling, that glitter. It's not glitter in there, but I'm just saying it sparkles. It sparkles! Anyway, so there you go. Just a little bit of, but it's for a great cause. And, this is what we could be doing too, and rethinking how we proceed with these holy day season of shopping. So let me catch up with the comments again. I'll pause here for a moment. Everyone take a drink of water, stay hydrated. All right. Kiki, hi. I'm so glad you made it, Kiki. Kiki's one of our VIP patrons, by the way. And Robin, I miss most shows during the day, but I save and watch later. Seems like I'm always watching Goldylocks. We have a great testimonial from someone else who's watching, Amy, who was like, gee, you know what? I watch Goldylocks more than I watch the big N word. Can I say that? Netflix. Hello, James. It's nice to see you here. And so we have got a show every day. And in the weekend, we have master classes. There is something going on every day now. And guess what? October, 2 new shows start up. So, what? I know, right? So you don't feel bad if you miss. I mean, you miss these shows because, otherwise you're just going to be sitting down all day. But it's okay. There's breaks in between. But there's something for everyone, and it's just really, really great. So we have potentially October 1st, Thursday, Sherry Zimmerman is joining us, and we're checking. We're still working on the name of her show. October 7th, which will be a Wednesday. Let me back up a minute. So Sherry's show is going to be on Thursdays afternoons at 4 p.m. Eastern time. We're just working on the name. She has a name of a radio show, but she has to make sure she can use that name, right? So, and then October 7th, so Wednesday night at 8 p.m., we have a first married couple, our first couple. It's Tony St. Tone and his wife, Janie. I do believe Janie is her name. And so they're musicians and intuitives. And so, wow, music and messages. Kim. That's just amazing. So it's great. I love how our Goldylocks Productions family is expanding. It really is, as our consciousness is expanding. And we're trying to be in place, not trying, I do believe we are, set up that virtual community that people can go to in that time of need and searching for their soul tribe, soul family. Hello, you found us. If things resonate with you, just take what you can use and leave the rest. All right. And that's just the best advice. You're not going to agree with everything, but you might agree with some of the things may really, ring through you like a bell was just wrong. That vibration we get. And so, yes, woohoo. Anyway, just a lot of powerful energies that we are in these times right now. It's important. When I was asking what messages to bring forth in talking to my angelic committee, so I've always communicated with the Seraphim angels. So the Seraphim and light beings is the Intergalactic Council of Light. And I do have other guides. I have, healers, a bunch of other beautiful light beings in my angelic committee. So I like to ask them on a daily basis what's going on and what do we need to know, right? And so they gave, again, some wonderful advice and suggestions today. And I'm going to go over that in just a minute after I read Robin's comment here. I am making my business name Robin Carroll Soul Food. Food for your soul, unless my spirit guide thinks of another name. I love that. Soul food, food for your soul. I know, right? Yes, yes, yes. We do have such a beautiful, well, we can have, we should. Let me say this, we should have a beautiful connection with food. And I find that we have to bless our food and our drink, but absolutely soul food. I love that name, Robin. And Robin's a powerful healer too. So that when healers prepare food for you, wow, they are blessing it. Okay. So know that. Thank you for sharing that, Robin. Hello, Teresa Fox. Welcome. Thank you for checking the show out and for being pulled to come and watch this. And so thank you so much. So some of the messages coming through today from the Seraphim Angels, from the Intergalactic Council of Light, is it's interesting. Some of the messages that were coming through healing sessions earlier today and from other messages is that we have to make sure that we are staying focused on peace coming back onto this earth. And this is the whole goal of this ascension process. We're leaving the third dimension, ascending into the fifth dimension. We already, we truly are multidimensional right now, third dimension, fourth dimension, fifth dimension. And we're a little bits of all of it, right? All of those. And we're pulling more and more out of the third dimension. The thing is not to get pulled back in. Be careful with the news. Be careful with the drama of the third dimension, of trying to pull you back down. And just stay focused on that, because there's going to be people who will attack the light of and when someone plays a blame game, let me just say this, when they play the blame game, you're not doing something because you're not doing something, because you're not out protesting, or you're not out doing something. And there is a difference between doing and being. There's a time for doing, there's a time for being. And everyone's interpretation of that is different. And so you have to honor and respect when someone doesn't want to do the same thing you do. And if they are, how do you know they're not creating sacred space and then pushing that love and light out in all directions for everyone, right? And so it's but I do find it interesting is that as the third dimension, and they know this, all the mind control of 3D is slipping, falling. All those corporations, all those people who are against all living beings living in harmony with one another are falling. All right. So just know that, and that we should stay focused on being in harmonious alignment. That's the key, staying in alignment. And it's really great because now we also have a lot of these kids coming in now are higher vibrational. They're coming in with more strands of their DNA activated. And so they are really coming in. It's beautiful because they feel safe now. They feel safe. So what you also have to understand is that they will help us so much. They're bringing more light onto this earth plane, right? They are bringing more light onto this earth plane. But we have to help them to ground. There we go. I think they said my mic. Huh. All right, there we go. Let me make sure you can hear me here. Internet browser lost my mic. Okay, let's see. Are we back on here mic-wise? Okay. All right. Whoop. Just making sure we're all a go. Okay. And so just making sure that it's all helping one another, making sure that these beautiful beings are being connected to the earth, and most definitely, right? So, and even really within the last 20 years, people coming in maybe new to this earth, and those of us who have been back here so many times, we had to have that patience with them because they truly are like, where are we? You know, you may seem like, oh, they're kind of space cadet-y, or they really don't have touch with reality. Well, they have to be taught how to ground, how to anchor into the earthing. They will love connecting with nature and that whole oneness, because that's where they're coming from, is that oneness and that, you know, that connection of pure love. So they wanted to come in at this time. Why? Because they want to experience the shadow work at the end part. I'm just getting in there to experience what the shadow is, and then get credit for the with the ascension as well, with helping with the ascension, because all of us here on this earth plane, as we are ascending in this ascension process, you know, we are earning, I guess, a special badge, so to speak, for doing this work. Yes. You know, it's interesting because one of the light beings in the circle was telling me, or was just communicating that, you know, we call the earthlings, you know, shadow walkers. And as this is like, well, this particular light being and whoever he represents, or he or she, because they're both sexes. And so it was very interesting. And that's like this is like, we call you shadow walkers because you all have chosen separation. You chose to walk in the shadow and to experience that. And that is experiencing pain like no living being could ever experience. It hasn't been easy here, has it? We all can raise our hand and attest to that. That's part of our growth, and we all did volunteer for this. I know, what was I thinking? But we did. And we're helping Lady Gaia, Mother Earth. She's with the ascension process. We all agreed on this with this together. All right. And so, yay. Okay. All right, Linnell. Good. Yeah, you did hear it blip out a little. Okay, great. Oh, thanks, Sarah. I can hear you. All right. Yay. Let's see, Linnell. A little stage. My sissy's first grandbaby, just a month old. Yes, I love that wonderful little being. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's we are all learning from each other. We really are. And you can be sure that, I know some people are kind of, okay, so it's been 2020, now we're waiting for the aliens. You know what? Whatever your idea of aliens, they're beautiful light beings who they've had to their stand by and watch, but the ascension process was our choice. This is the free will. No one was going to come and save us. We had to work our way back up to the ascension process, and we have, and we proved that. We got to 2012 and beyond. And so this is beautiful times that we're in. We are all rewriting. I don't want to say rewriting. It's not rewriting anything. We're all writing humanity's history, or legacy every day. All right. Absolutely, Rob. The aliens are already here. We have a lot of advanced beings that can take on the shape of the human body. Absolutely. And yeah. Don't live in fear. Stay away from that whole fear. Fear is control. Love responds to love. Stay in your sacred heart center. Sacred heart. Love responds to love. When fear and all of fear's friends who's living rent-free, taking advantage of you, really? No, get out. Seriously, that's just how easy it is. You can tell your mind to stop. Stop. No. I'm not going to waste my energy on this. And even if it feels like you're talking to yourself, do what you got to do to stop that fear, to stop the fearful thoughts, the fearful way of being. If, oh my gosh, fear comes from the survival chakras, those low chakras. If you feel like your survival is being challenged, it's going to flip the fear switch of a lack of. Will I have everything that I need if I make these changes? That's old 3D thinking and programming. How about we already have everything we need? We just need to stop the recording of our mind from going crazy with I can't do this without this. I can't do this without this. Well, no, stop. Stop. You can. And another thought, I truly understand when you hear it. It's such a spiritual cliche of literally jumping off the cliff. It really does feel like that, because that's that surrender. That's that trust. That's that I'm jumping off the cliff. And, you're thinking there's no safety net down there, but I trust. I am showing my angels and guides and the universe. I am showing God, showing source. I'm showing that I trust. And even though I don't see that there is a safety net, right? And I can't see beyond that drop of that cliff, that when you do trust and you do surrender and you just jump, it's like a portal and it takes you someplace different. And you have to allow, not be a control freak about things. I've been there. I've done that. I've tried, and that's hard. That's like a battle. When you're trying to control, you actually are using more energy. You get tired and wiped out because you're always trying to stay one step ahead of you, of yourself. And you end up self-sabotaging. And then it's just like, oh my gosh, you get to that complete state of exhaustion. I'm tired of fighting. What am I doing? And then that's that surrender. I'm just going to surrender. And be quiet and then listen. And that's usually when, we get maybe some fresh ideas, some suggestions, some things that start to come in that we were so focused on doing something a specific way and to get the results, whereas we do it backwards sometimes, that it's like, okay, maybe we need to do something completely different and let everything fall as it may. And we can do that. And I know all of us, we've been there, we've done that to learn what not to do. So Marie, exactly. It's been such a struggle every day, and that's, you don't have to live that way. And it is a complete freedom when you surrender and when you just let go and go with the flow. And just, we're still on that threshold. We still have that 1 foot or one little part. There's a part of us that's still in the 3D, and as far as, do we have enough money, to pay the essentials that we need, that kind of thing. That's the pull, the tug, or anything else that survival pulls down on us, or survival needs. But if we come from a place of, you know what, I know all of my needs are met, and I'm talking about being ignorant or having rose-colored glasses on, we're totally aware of everything that's coming up. I'm not saying don't pay your bills, don't do anything, and just, okay, I'm just gonna just let the universe take care of me. You still has to have some action. You still have to do some things. And it's going from one extreme to the next never helps anyone. It just throws you off balance in a different direction. All right. So we have to learn how to have that center space, right? That balanced space. And there's always is an easier way to achieve things. It really is. And we just have to stop fighting with our own selves. And I've done that for years and years, and stopped. And it's been so freeing. The last 10 years has been so freeing for me. When that was the last part of fighting and the last part of surrendering. And surrendering is not instantaneous. It's not kind of like, okay, it can be, but you still have to kind of like step down, ease into making changes. And I think for me personally, when I said, okay, I need to make some changes, that was early 2000s. And it took me about 8 years to, at the start of the surrender, to, okay, I want to do this. I need to let go. It took me 7 to 8 years to let go and to fully surrender. So it's not an immediate thing. But that was also before 2012. So everything is speeding up now. People may feel like time is slipping. There's time slip. Things are just, September's almost over. Wow. Where did it go? It felt like it just started. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about. So things that used to take months and years, maybe years and years to develop, is happening now in months and weeks. All right. It is getting faster. It's picking up speed. And so it is getting easier if we just shift that consciousness. There doesn't have to be a fight. It's either you're fighting or you're loving. Right? And to stay in that space of love. And that love sees the whole picture and sees a shortcut, sees a faster route. That survival, bam, brings you down low and only can see what the history of man's survival can see and give you those options. All right, that learned survival traits. Stay higher, and oh, wow, yeah, then you can see the whole picture. and shortcuts appear when that happens. So Jill, I'm working on myself. A lot of changes are happening for me. Do you see anything for me in October? So I'm glad that you are working on yourself. Most definitely, Jill. So as far as seeing anything for you for October, everything's changing on a daily basis. This is something that you need to really tune into and just keep working on yourself. Baby steps every day. Anything sudden or dramatic, no. Because right now the focus is collectively, us together working. We still have to get through the rest of 2020, all of us together. All right. And yes, individually is very important, who we are. And then collectively, we have to hold that vibration of love to get through the rest of 2020, even just to get through the end of November. And so there's still a lot of things that's happening. And so you know, if we get caught up in the struggle on the shift of power, if we get caught up in that struggle, the shift of power, we're going to take that shift of power that's happening outside of us and put it inside of us and have that difficulty. That is how we were taught, and it's the wrong way. We don't need what's outside of us to survive internally. It's the inside. It's that within. We create and manifest here, and then we push it out here as above, so below. All right. As within, so without. That's how we create. That's how we manifest. So October, Jill, can be anything you want it to be. Let it be joyful. All right. Let it be joyful. Choose for it to be joyful. Choose for it to be harmonious. Continue to work on yourself every day. All right. And so just this is a great time of not taking everything personal. Our relationships with others. And we really have to stay focused. And I mean challenged relationships, those kind of things. It is our relationships to everyone on a much higher vibration. And it really, I know, hold on, I'm getting so much. You got to slow down. I can't talk that fast. Energy coming. I probably could, but then I don't want to lose you either. And I like to make sure what I'm saying makes sense. All right. I'm burning up here. Woo! We have to watch every thought that we're thinking, every word that we're saying, how we treat ourselves. And it is very necessary. More and more people are waking up. More and more lights going off, so to speak. People are lighting up as the blindfolds are coming off, as they're waking up. Okay? And so you absolutely, we are creating this beautiful harmony. Even if all we can hear right now, or maybe see, is that whine of the 3D starting to implode, and it has been. It's imploding. It's just, all right. It's going to be removed, move away from this earth plane. You don't destroy energy. It's going to implode. Then it's just going to split off. All right. And so another 3D planet has already been created in another solar system, another place in the galaxy. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Woo! For those that want to continue the 3D experience. And you may think, who in the world wants to? But we all did sign up one time too, didn't we? Several times. So there are those that don't want to change. They will have opportunities. Some will go to, if you are from this solar system, we will go to, there's plenty of stargates, plenty of star systems around us. And that's where we'll go to continue some learning for those that kind of stuck in the 3D. They will go to these other stargates to continue their learning until they decide, free will, that they want to ascend. When they stop fighting the ascension, then they can ascend very easily. Those that aren't from the solar system but wanted to experience Earth, but they're experiencing in a very negative way, they will be taken off of this Earth plane and go to another 3D planet in another system. All right, so if they're not from the solar system, then, and they don't want to ascend, then they're going somewhere else. Anyway, it's just, and again, this is just some information, and does that mean that is how it is? It's interesting. I think there's so many other dynamics to that as well, and other things, and it's, we've all learned too, that there's no such thing. Let me be very careful, because there could be people grieving still. Death is just a transformation, but it's not a final, it's not an end. Death is a transformation, it's a new beginning. So this is what we're all going through. So what's interesting is Earth going through a near-death experience? And we all are collectively? Are we all collectively going through a near-death experience together? Wow. Isn't that mind-blowing? Anyway, just thought I'd throw that out there. What you think about that? Oh my goodness. Yeah, goosebumps to my nose. Hi Kim, how are you doing? Beautiful. Oh, how's the weather, Kim? In San Francisco, did all that smoke finally lift from there? And I hope so, but yeah. Woohoo! A lot of powerful healers and beautiful, intuitive, psychic medium, just beautiful beings sitting in this sacred circle with us. Just allow yourself to receive healing energies coming around the circle, and as you give, and just so beautiful, beautiful vibration of love. There's beautiful weather and blue skies. That's wonderful, Kim. Yay! Wonderful. It's great to hear. It is. And so I'm sure that when something like this and happens, a lot of people start to question, do I need to move? Am I in a bad spot? But if you are a healer, or if you are in just a peaceful person, and you could be put on a certain place to help heal the energies, help heal the weather and system as well. And so, Kim, I said I always felt like you were a very strong pillar of light there for that reason, is to help balance those energies that was going on there at that time with those fires and helping San Francisco out. Even though with our physical eyes, it looks like we are in hell. What the heck is going on? And you're telling me I'm a pillar of light? I don't see the light. It's hard to see your own light, isn't it? But know this, that many pillars of light go into the darkest places, don't we? Because that's what Jesus did when he walked this earth plane. Jesus or Yeshua, if he comes back, the essence of him in every one of us. But if he were to have a physical body back on this earth plane, we sure as heck wouldn't find him in any religious places, and maybe even few spiritual places, okay? But you would find him in probably the worst places that we could think of, the darkest, so that he could shine the brightest. We're all doing that. But it gets hard sometimes to see your own light, and you feel alone, you feel lost, you feel, oh my gosh. And so this is why it's very important to stop and drop into that sacred heart center. And when you do that, ask to connect to other light workers, and then bam, you will. Just like you're sitting in sacred circle with other light workers just like this. And you don't have to know their names, their faces. You recognize their energy, and just it feels safe. Always ask for these things for your highest and greatest. Okay? And so Kim, you're not practicing, you're doing. You're just getting better at the routine of it. You are doing and being at the same time, right? And so you're mastering. Thank you. You're mastering it. Don't say I'm practicing. Say I am mastering it. Kim, own it. I am mastering it. All right, Robin, I'm thinking of moving to a new state. My children are the only reason I still live in Virginia. Take your children and go. Oh, Robin, I'm sure your kids would love a change, right? You see if your kids want to move with you and go. If you feel that urge to move, you know that you need to be in a different place. You're welcome, Kim. And I knew I'm not from Connecticut, but I knew it was home when we got here, when we were looking around and is it an option? Is this where we want to move? And when I got into the state or into this area, and it was like, I felt it in my bones, the vibration of this is where I need to be. And it's like that. You just know. You don't have to explain anything else. You just know. And so, and you also just know, I'm not in the right place. I need to get out. So they are grown, so I can go. Sure, Rob, but your grown kids love you. So, I mean, they love you. They want to be near you. That's why I'm saying to you, they may be up to being near you. Maybe you have to go and get settled. And then I'm sure that they're going to miss you and either come visit you and then have a very long visit. But anyway, yeah. The energy is very strong between you and your kids, so yeah, they do. So it's hard, Family's always forever like that, the bond. Well, and that family thing, that's a whole new story and a whole new show, a whole new topic, really a story. But sometimes the bonds are there, sometimes it's not. But it's you have to do what you have to do, even if it means, saying, not really saying anything, because there's no such thing as goodbyes and so longs and farewells, and but even having to leave a state where loved ones are. And we're not leaving anyone behind. You're doing what you have to do. And it's interesting, like our kids do this. When they're ready to leave the nest, the kids know I'm not going to be here all the time. They're going to eventually leave home, right? But to put it in reverse now of, okay, so now the parents want to move or the mom wants to move, or you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I'm going to move out of state. I'm going to move away from the kids. That's a little harder, isn't it? Because, we weren't taught that. It was like the kids leave home. We don't leave home. But it's okay to leave home. I always say, see you later. Me too, Robin. Isn't that beautiful? I always say that too. It's like, no goodbyes. Say, see you later. And there you go. And whether you're seeing them in the physical or in the astral, in the dreams, yeah, see you later. Absolutely. No goodbyes. So, yeah. Chris, yep, you're going on an adventure. That's great, Chris. Absolutely. Great way to put that. But aren't we all? Doesn't every day seem like an adventure? And I want to go back to, because Marie with the struggle every day. And I know you've done a lot of work on yourself, Marie. You've come through and done so much work. Keep doing that work. But is that struggle from yourself? Is that self-sabotage? Do you feel like you're not worthy in any way, shape, or form? That you're not worthy of getting through that struggle. And this is good for anyone listening, because I feel someone else needs to hear this too. All right, that's part of self-sabotage. When we don't allow ourselves to be happy, to be pain-free, to be in a better place beyond struggle. All right. Well, hello, Maureen. You're not late. You only have 5 minutes left. Oh, it's okay. I'm just so grateful that you have joined our sacred circle and has blessed our circle with your presence. So, yay. Oh, hello, beautiful Maureen. Yes. Yay. Again, so many beautiful people in the sacred circle this evening. Woo! And if you're watching the replay, the space has been reserved for you too, believe it or not, already. Yes. So, sitting here with this energies here for a moment, just sending out, giving another pulsation of love to everyone. So you have new people coming in and out, and okay, yeah, there we go. Just open to receive love. It's for your highest and greatest. Always ask or say for your highest and greatest. So Marie, there's just still little things I want you to unhook from. Unhook. These are deep, deep things, and I know you're working on them. And some things are just so big like that for us. We have to constantly work on it, because we may, like it's a big rock, and we may split that rock and it goes into half. We may be able to get a big chunk, but then other chunks. And then there's another chunk that we really hit hard, and then it shatters. And now you have all these pebbles that we've got to, release, right? It's a process. But you are making progress, and everyone's making progress who's working on that. Okay? And so I can tell you, there's things you thought you healed, and it comes back up, and you're like, why am I thinking about this? Oh, it needs some love. That's it. You're thinking about it because it needs love, and release it. It's not so that, oh, wow, to make you feel bad, to make you feel even any more insecure, to make you feel like you're disempowered. These things come up not to disempower you, but to empower you by letting them go. Oh, I forgive that. I release that. An old thought or an old memory, or anything like that, or something totally stupid that you may have done. And we can say it just that, wow, that was not my finest hour, and it's almost kind of like embarrassing. Oh my gosh, really? Oh, that was me. Woo! That's okay. Let it go. We've all done things like that, that we don't want to talk about. But, it's helped us in a way of we learned what not to do, and we corrected it. And we're right here, right now, where we are, and we should give ourselves that praise. Be present right here, right now. Love yourself and know thyself. The fastest way to heal is to know thyself. Know who you are. If you don't know who you are, how can you heal? What are you healing? So you have to know who you are. Not a program of who you've been taught you are, but who you truly are. And then everything else that's not you, the false, fake you just let that shed, take it off like an old coat. Just take all that energy off and just throw it on the floor. Let it be recycled. The earth will recycle that energy. Don't put it back on. Just let it all go. All right? And it does feel like layers, but we have to keep working on it. And it gets easier and easier and easier. So Robin, thank you. I needed the love. Been dancing in a lot of storms lately. Yeah, you've been helping the weather. I have been. I just tell people I have sinus issues because it's easier than saying I work with the weather. But it's when there's high humidity in the air. I mean, come on, we're on the East Coast. There's a lot of humidity, but I can feel to a shift. I can tell when I need to go work with other beings who help balance out the weather. And you do that too, Robin. We work a lot with the water, with the weather. And, well, water, you think about that, what it was the earth and whatever our bodies mostly contain. So we are working with this balance, keeping this balance, keeping everything during this shift. Everything has to stay in complete balance, right? As we release something, something else is coming in. I mean, there has to be in that constant balance for Mother Earth, for Lady Gaia, and for us, for all the living beings on this earth plane. All right. So that's great. We're helping, we're assisting with this. And a lot of us work in our sleep, in our astral, without even realizing what we're doing, but we are. So don't ever feel like, I'm going to do something important. You are doing something important. You may not remember it. Ask to remember your dreams. Ask if you are astral traveling and for them to give you signs or glimpses or hints of what you are doing, and you will see that. It will come to you. And even just don't let it sound like it's so crazy or fairy tale or like woo-woo, no. Again, that's a sabotage. Don't talk yourself out of it, right? All right. So I just want to show you one more thing too. Thank you. I got this yesterday and I'm so happy. I got my Seraphim Blueprint certificate. Yay! So thank you all for having patience with me and not being on the Sundays where getting my classes. But it's so happy to have gone through level 6, all 6 levels. And I'm grateful for that. And I'll be putting that on the website. So my website, whitesagewoman.com, check that out for my services. There are a lot of, it's just a type of healing, incorporated with all the other healing, but it just amplifies the healing even more. So check out that and check out the page specifically for Seraphim Blueprint Healing. There is, check that out. And yeah, so there you go. Thank you everyone so much. And thank you for all the congratulations. So thank you. And many blessings to each and every one of you. And I will be back here next Sunday, October 4th. Next Sunday, October. I'll see you in October. See you next month. But before we get to the next week, Thursday the 1st is a full moon. We're going to go through a full moon. Woo! So probably might still be vibrating from those full moon energies. So I will see you next week in October 4th. Woo! Many blessings to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Continue to be the love and light that you are. Shine it out brightly every day like a lighthouse. Many blessings.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.